what's interesting about this is what Trump is operating on. This is the part that the media will never tell you about. They'll say he was just after Joe Biden. He was asking for a favor. He pressured. No. The countercharge, the other side of this is that the DNC, working with the former government that thought they would be in power forever, the Democrats had nobody had any idea that government was going to be overturned by a comedy talk show host. Okay, remember, this is the guy who's like the Jon Stewart of Ukraine. He's the guy the president was talking to. And the reason why he won, he never did any debates. He never did anything. He never stated policy. He just said, this is all insane. And we're corrupt and it's got to stop. Nobody would have thought he won. So the Democrats, if this is true, the Democrats thought they have all of the hatches closed. There's no water going to be leaking out of this. We're all fine. The allegation is from Lukashenko was that the government at the highest levels, in collusion with our U.S. ambassador, appointed by Obama, right? They were all working together. The DNC had come over and said, hey, we need some dirt on Donald Trump. And the Ukrainian government, working through oligarchs, went to Russia and helped gather information. Then when the 2016 Russian investigation was happening, they were firing and bribing everybody to shut up, and the ambassador was stopping people to come to the United States to say, hey, this is what's really going on. That's what Trump is asking for. And Trump is asking for the Russian-hacked servers, because what's on their servers? What's on their servers? Did any of them, were they saying, hey, can you find out some information on Donald Trump? Now, he's not doing this just with Rudy Giuliani. He's doing this with the Attorney General.
And the Attorney General denies, we should point out. The Attorney General says that there was...
Barr?
Barr says he was not involved in this, at least as to the extent of in anything, like what happened in the call, right? So, he's saying that, because in the call, Trump says, I want you to talk to Barr, I want you to talk to Giuliani. Barr says he did not have those conversations. Now, Giuliani has publicly admitted he has had them.
Right.
But just to be clear, to give Barr his...
He may not have had those conversations. Right. But
it may not have risen to his level. Who knows? We don't know where...
I'd be interested to see if Barr knew about any of this.
Mm-hmm. But what you just laid out explains perfectly, in my mind, about the thing that, Stu, you brought up with the computer system, with the conversation in the White House being transferred over into that classified,
server
record keeping.
Right. Yes. This is one of the things that they say is a piece of evidence that shows they were trying to hide it.
And I think it can be just as easily interpreted the other way.
Yeah. Well, I mean, if you think about, as is, if you look at that conversation, just the mere fact that he mentioned Biden and that scandal does not constitute, who cares? Like, even if that got out, it might look bad, but it's not going to, it's not going to warrant them putting a classification on this and throwing it over there. Mm-hmm. But if everything you're looking into, if what you, Glenn, just laid out is accurate, then you don't want the Obama holdovers in the White House getting wind of that.
You don't want intelligence knowing about that.
Especially think about it from Trump's perspective. He's very suspicious of intelligence. He's had bad experiences with them.
But what he's alleging here is, and we have evidence to back up that things like this have happened, that what he's alleging is that Obama and the DNC worked with the intelligence agency and the government of Ukraine to try to dig up dirt on Donald Trump to stop his campaign. Well, if I'm having conversations about, making sure, I do not want the intelligence community, I do not want the DNC, the Obama holdovers, I don't want anyone knowing about it, but I do want a trail of it someplace. Don't delete it.